More lunch break. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna break your branding real quick right now.
The first thing they said was, hey, so do we need to censor ourselves? I'm like, no, be yourselves. And thank you, David, for
That is himself.
establishing the tone of this particular episode.
Penis.
This is a very, very, very big special episode. I think a long time coming. We got Bart from JK News. JK Films is actually how I know you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
We also got David So. And then we got my business partner, Eric, and also part of the Wong family here. And the reason why we have you guys here is to squash the beef. No, I'm just kidding. No, the real reason why I want to have you guys on here is because you guys are business owners, or brick and mortar business owners, I should say. That you guys started separate businesses from YouTube. And that's something that Eric and I recently did. And we're actually eating the food and drinks from that spot. Boba Mofo Cafe.
It's yummy.
Yeah, it's something that Eric and I have been working on for a long time. We did like a part one of a documentary of it. When we opened up, I definitely like reached out to you guys for advice and everything.
How did you guys come up with this? Like, what made you guys go, oh, we want to like go from like video production to opening up a food spot?
I worked at a boba shop in college. I just always saw boba culture like as very uniquely Asian American. Oh yeah, sorry.
Is it spicy?
That's spicy.
Yeah.
It tastes really good. I just breathed in. I'm stupid.
Thai chili. And so Eric was at like an interesting place in his career. He's also been helping out, YouTubers for a long time.
Yeah.
After high school, I wanted to go to culinary school, but my parents didn't let me.
Of course, Asian parents.
Right.
So I just went to finance, and then Phil hit me up like a couple years later, and we wanted to open the store. Well, actually, you guys inspired us.
Really?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Do both of you guys cook?
No.
Well, no,
Well,
you could, you could.
I home cook.
You home cook.
yeah.
You're
You guys
really
have
good.
ideas.
We have, so that's the thing. We have a lot of ideas, and like that was actually one thing that was driving me to go like move fast, is because I was like, oh my god, these ideas, someone's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Especially in this Instagram world, foodie world.
Yeah.
And it's all about like a gimmick or whatever. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I really want to get these out.
Yeah.
And so we had to find a chef actually to help us create our ideas into reality, and also how
That's
to
dope.
best execute.
How did Barbell Brigade, which is huge now, congratulations.
Thank you.
How did that all come about in the first place?
When I was just doing regular videos, like when we used to do sketch comedy and stuff, like in the comments they were always like, oh Bart, you look jacked, like can you give me your program?
Same here, dude.
I was one of those people.
Same here, bro.
And I'm like, dude, I'm not a personal trainer, I don't know anything. And I'm like, I'll just open a YouTube channel, maybe you could follow me along on my fitness journey.
Right.
I always really like the concept of strength and conditioning, getting you better at whatever passion you have.
Life, yeah.
I had this void in my life because I used to do Muay Thai a little bit, and then I was like, oh, I kind of miss like competing in that aspect. So I found powerlifting, and I signed up, and it was literally 3 weeks away, and then I got hooked. That when I came back out from the competition, I'm like, is there any powerlifting gyms in the 626 SGV area?
Yeah.
And there were none. I was like, hey babe, I'm talking about Gio.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
You're
David.
talking about me.
I'm like, hey babe, like, you know how they don't let you drop the weights at the gym or whatever? I'm like, can I put a squat rack in the living room? And then Gio's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I can't have a gym at home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at the JK office where we shoot JK News,
Right.
I'm like, what if I buy a container, because that's only like maybe like $3 to $5 grand, and I just stock it full of,
It's like a garage. Yeah, garage. gym.
garage gym. When I had that idea, Ice One Cube, remember him, old school YouTube? Right.
Oh my God.
Ice One Cube, Han Champion, like another Jack dude.
Yeah.
Like overnight, 20 people were like, I'm in. And I'm like, oh shit. I can get 20 people, and I'm like, what if I did like a little website crowdfunding thing, and maybe I can pull 100 people from the community? So we opened a website, and then we got 100 people in less than 2 weeks.
Oh my God. So that kind of gave you that momentum to get into it, right?
Yeah,
Oh
to
my
see if there was even a demand for it.
What made it click to go from, I can make t-shirts, I can do a cool photo shoot, to I'm gonna try to make food?
I mean, there was a few concepts, right? We have Shrimp Daddy. I had a soft serve place called Drips, and I still have it now.
Right.
So that place was going under originally.
Oh, okay.
And I tried the soft serve, and the soft serve was fine. It was great. It was delicious. But a lot of things that people don't realize is how to brand something right. So just because something is good doesn't mean that people give a about it. And so that was my first entry to figure out, okay, well, how do I take something and make it better when it's already good? So how do I make it accessible to people and have people understand what a product is? And so I experimented with that first on my own, and then I came together with them, whatever knowledge I had with that, and then we started doing whatever Shrimp Daddy with these other partners. Sip Matcha and everything else. Kind of like running a brand was just very difficult. It wasn't just like good food, right? Because your stuff can taste great. There's a lot of places that taste great, but what's gonna really set you apart? And so I think like with Drips, the great thing that we focused on was having a very limited menu. What I wanted to stray away from was giving people 30,000 options.
That's like, same with us.
Yeah, I don't like that. So when people come in, they go, oh, can I have it with this topping and that topping? We tell them no.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's chef-inspired soft serve. So when you have this product, you want you to taste it a certain way. If you would like it, that's your choice. It's not going to taste good, but have it this way first. And if you want to, go ahead. And we're still loose on that a little bit, but we like to give people a complete product.
It's almost like omakase ice cream.
Exactly.
I like that. I like it when the chef has his vision, because food is art, so I like it when they have their vision. And I'm supposed to eat your vision.
Right. Yeah. What's really cool is there's a lot of like first, second generation or next generation Asian Americans that are coming into the food business. Because like food is a huge part of Asian American history, like our culture, right? Before it was, we went into this business out of like necessity and survival, right? We were forced to work in kitchens and do these types of businesses. And now it's like the kids are growing up because of their parents' sacrifice working at all these restaurants. A lot of Asians are kind of seeing this as like a place or an avenue for them.
When food out of necessity versus somebody who gets to work a recipe over and over and over, it's way different.
That's true. We get to be creative now. We get to say,
for sure.
oh, you guys already mastered this. We're gonna try to do something different with it now.
That's why, like, when we have a conversation about food and people, they go into a restaurant and you see some of these things, they're like, well, this isn't authentic food. Well, what's authenticity? What is it? Your mom's cooking to his mom's cooking are gonna be two different things, but both of you guys are still Chinese Americans.
Right.
So who's to say what authenticity it is, right? So I think that's like the hardest thing about people with this know-it-all type of attitude. When they come to food, they go, well, this is not how it's supposed to be done. How do you know?
Right.
Did you eat my mom's food?
David touched on something too that where, working with the right people is also really important. We decided to work together. We've already been friends for a while. You guys have been friends for a while. What were your first reservations about working with me? Yeah. Be honest.
I was kind of scared just because of all the things I heard about you and.
What are you talking about?
You're his sexual promiscuity. Is he a
don't
tyrant?
No.
Well, who's talking shit? I want to know about that.
Yeah, that's the real thing.
I mean, did you have reservations with working with me? Because I think our personalities are so similar that we kind of butt heads all the time. But
I see what you mean. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I care about the business just as much as you do. So I think it should be one way, and you think it's another way. One of us is going to have to find a way to either give in or compromise or whatever, and you have to.
But also remember, you guys are on the same team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
I think for us, we've been pretty fortunate to already have the working chemistry from JK.
Oh yeah.
So we kind of know what each other's likes and pet peeves are. So when it comes to a brainstorming space where you feel like it would be butting heads, it's actually not as bad as I think.
When you guys first opened, how did you guys deal with Yelp reviews? Because that's a big part of being a small business owner.
I think everyone is entitled to their own opinions.
Yeah.
But with Yelp, I found out how many bitches are out there. So what I don't like is when people come to any of your establishments and whatever gripe they had, instead of bringing it up to the manager so it can be fixed on the spot,
which is easy.
And that's our job. That's our job.
Because you want feedback.
Right.
You go, is everything okay? Everything is great, thank you so much. And then they leave and man, this place. This place, whatever. The drink was like this. There's too much ice or too little ice.
Yeah.
And you're like, motherfucker, we could have fixed this. Like, why do you have to be so passive aggressive about
Here's
it?
the worst part too, because everybody's so used to griping online, they don't want to do it in person.
Right.
So that's the thing that I don't like.
Right.
Let us as a business fix what we fucked up.
Right.
We're not perfect.
Yep.
Were you guys always at 4.5 stars on Drips?
Yeah. That place actually started off at maybe a 2-star, then it went to 4.5. One of the biggest things that I want to do is customer service is key to me.
Yeah.
People can make their own food if they want. They're here to get treated with special service. That's how I view restaurants anyways, right? Yeah. So just make sure that you treat them right, let them try things out and explain things properly to them. Yeah. Like our matcha grade is really, really high. But the concept of matcha is so difficult to tell people what it is because they're used to bad matcha. Yeah. So when they have matcha, they go, it's not bitter enough. It's not supposed to be bitter because you've had trash your whole life. So let us show you something different. Let us set the standard for what it should be.
Cheers to that. Man. We feel that with our boba and our milk tea. Like if you've been eating a watermelon Jolly Rancher your whole life, you think that's what watermelon tastes like, and then when you have a real one, you're like, wait, this doesn't taste right.
Yes, it tastes like candy.
Right. So when we were not using powdered creamers and not using the flavored syrups, people were like, oh, it's not sweet enough, or it's this tastes like too watery. I'm like, no, this is just what it actually tastes.
That's what regular sugar tastes like.
This is what real food tastes like. What's the worst Yelp review you guys ever got?
In our first week of opening, so Eric, obviously, as business owners, we're working, right? Because we are short-staffed or whatever. We have to. Yeah. And someone was like, wow, you guys have the owners working? I'm just like, what? Why are we being...
Why is that a negative thing?
What are the negative reviews that you could have for a gym?
One of the stupidest ones I've read was the weights here are too heavy. And then so I'm like, what the f? Like my girlfriend needs 2-pound dumbbells and there are none. And I'm like, our gym is a competitive lifting gym. Like probably a third of our clients or our members, they all compete. Yeah. So it's like an elevated facility, you know? I don't even know if 24 Hours has 2.5 pound or 2-pound dumbbells.
Right.
So I'm like, you can't really go to a place and complain about that.
What would she do with 2-pound dumbbells?
Just like beginners, you know.
Keep her papers from flying away. I don't know.
Was there anything that you guys felt that you guys wish you guys would have known before you guys started the business?
One of the biggest lessons that I learned from Bart Brigade, we started at like a small location. It was like 15 or 1700 square feet. So me and Gio worked there for the first month. Like we would close at 12, be the janitors, clean everything until 2 a.m. and then wake up at 4 a.m. the next day. So I'm only sleeping 2 hours a day for like the first month, right? So we put like our blood, sweat, and tears.
Easy money, right? Easy money. Easy money, guys.
When you become owners of a business and you start building the staff out, you're not really a boss. You're more of like a babysitter, their mental health therapist, because then you'll see a guy at the front counter and he's just like all sad and shit. I'm like, dude, who's gonna sign up for a membership if you're just like this like all day? I'm like, what the hell happened? Like, oh, my girlfriend broke up with me. And I'm like, I gotta pump them up, you know? And it's like, there's an entire human emotional side to it that I never knew about.
What about you, David?
I think just finding the right partners. I mean, in general too, there's a difference between somebody who's a good person and a likable person. There's a lot of likable human beings in this world, right?
Yeah.
And I think what happens too, we get caught up in, you know, sometimes people's credentials.
Which one do you prefer, likable or?
I like good people that talk shit. You know what I mean? You know, because I like that honesty, right? Yeah. So even if somebody doesn't like me, as long as you told me and you keep that same type of energy when you leave me, I actually like that person more.
A lot of people think that they want to open a business. And sometimes I'm like, you know, maybe you shouldn't, because I don't know if you really know what you're getting into or if you're ready to think.
Yeah, I always tell people, like, if you really are passionate about it, you're not gonna take a single dime from it for a year.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're only able to sleep only a few hours a day, and you have to give up maybe not even just one, but maybe top 2 of your favorite hobbies for a whole year. If you can picture yourself doing all of that, then go pursue it.
Yeah, it's literally like having a baby. It's like a newborn, but the difference is, people can rate your baby on Yelp and they can say, your baby's ugly or your baby's too expensive.
Well, all the bad stuff too, by the way, is only talked about because it's funny to me now.
It's funny now.
It's like,
you made it through. You made it through.
It's 2% of the great 98%,
yes,
right? Because if I talk about all the good stuff, it's not as fun. The 2% bad stuff, hilarious. You know? The great thing is too, a lot of this happens because of specifically our fan support, right? None of this happens without people like you guys who watch stuff like this that really believe in what we do, right? And so there's this great trust that we have with each other, right? You guys trust us to have a great product and you guys come to our place and you help us out and we're very appreciative of it. That's one of the great things about social media, that instant gratification. Like we really do get to create a community with our fan base. Because I think that's what made YouTube blow up in the first place, because celebrities were people that were untouched human beings. Like you don't, when you see them, you stay away from them. With YouTube, you can come up to us because we're regular people too. We just happen to have a platform, right?
And now with the restaurant, it's kind of the same thing. It's like, hey, like we can build a new community. Like it's a different way of storytelling. It's a different way of having a community that's not just on a channel. Now it's a physical place that people can go to, and then also, like you said, be nourished, be, you know, have their life enhanced. And I think that's one thing that I really enjoy with it.
For sure. So, I mean, if you open up a business, you just gotta love it, because it's gonna be hard work.
Right.
It's hard, and anything that you do, if you love it, it's gonna be hard. You just have to love it every day.
It's not easy money, guys. That everyone just sees, you know, Bart with his helicopter rides and like, man, I'm gonna open up a gym too.
Helicopter rides? What the?
He rolled up in my Honda Element today.
Real quick, do your plugs, like let people know. I mean, in case you guys don't already know, I mean, you should, but like, where can they go? Whatever, whether it's lifting weights or lifting ice cream, where can they go?
You can lift at Bart Brigade. It's in downtown. Get Sip Matcha in Roland Heights, Westwood, Smorgasburg, Shrimp Daddy for Hawaiian shrimp at Smorgasburg.
Brick and mortar coming soon out in Long Beach.
And give these all great Yelp reviews, all right?
Please.
But don't just give it to us. If it's not good, let us earn it. Hey, can you please remake this? And then we'll do our best to make sure we earn all our 5 stars.
You guys are very well experienced. You guys are very, very successful as well. So thank you for sharing your experiences with us and everyone there. We hope to follow in your guys' footsteps. Well, anyways, guys, this was a lot of fun. Wong Fu, JK beef squashed, Bopamofo, Sid
Well, Joe's not here,
beef
so
squash.
you still gotta handle that with Joe.
Damn it.
Joe's outside crying right now.
Go try their products, go support them. These guys are working really, really hard.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next Thursday. They'll see you on their channels. Later, guys.
Bye.